My name is Mellissa Ellis, and I've known O'Neill for 5 years. O'Neill coached my son, Trip Ellis, for a little over 4 years, and during that time we took private training from him as well. If your child is passionate and has heart and is willing to put in the work, then Coach Bent will grow your child both as a person and as a player. He puts the player first, he believes in the player, and he will mentor them both as a person and as a player. And I owe him quite a debt of gratitude for what he did for my son, just making him a better young man, setting high expectations, believing in him when he was the smallest and shortest and youngest goalie in probably Oklahoma. And I'm just eternally grateful, honestly, for having Coach Bent in our lives. How did my son improve? Well, for one, he was very small when he started, and he tried out for O'Neill, and O'Neill told him, "You're little, but I like what I see, and you won't be little forever." And he believed in my son, and he privately trained him and taught him proper technique as a goalkeeper. He expected that technique. He hammered technique. And he repeatedly told Trip, lots of kids are athletic. Technique is what will set you apart. And we did privates with him. And then when Trip had reached a level that O'Neill couldn't help him anymore, he passed Trip on to a goalkeeper training. So, and that's another thing about Coach Bent, is that the player comes first, even if it's a loss of income to O'Neill or a loss of a player, lets that kid move on to a higher team because that's what he's worked for and that's where he belongs. And that's something that not all coaches are willing to do. There's no arguing that competitive soccer is an expensive sport, and private training is also expensive. But if your child is passionate and has a love for soccer, then it is money well spent, and any dollar spent with O'Neill Bent is money well spent. He himself is an amazing soccer player. The boys love to go watch him play, and he will encourage your child, he will nurture your child, he will develop your child. And don't wait another minute to get started.